Hi, everybody. Not many people came for the webinar, so I decided to record this and post it in the group so that you have this information, because I do believe that forgiveness is such an important topic. Hi, my name is Patricia Musey. I am an intuitive coach and a hypnotherapist, and I have been on this journey for 30 years of really working on finding that inner peace within myself to have a happy life, to live a fulfilled life. And I'm so passionate about sharing it with women of our generation. So this is for women over 50. I believe that we have, first of all, a lot of wisdom and knowledge to share. And I believe that at this point in our life, we've tried a lot of different things, but we're really ready for that transformation. We're really ready for that change. So why forgiveness? Well, one of the things that really led me to this is that I am a Course in Miracles student. I've been a student of the Course for 7 years, and the whole book, the whole course is about forgiveness. So it's an important topic. And so here's a few other things. So forgiveness is for our own growth and happiness. And when we hold on to hurt and pain and resentment, grievances, anger, it harms us far more than it harms the other person. Now, forgiveness is not condoning the action of another person. And I think that's really important, because some people think, well, if I forgive, I'm saying that what you did is okay. That's not really what forgiveness is about. Forgiveness is an internal journey, an internal process. And that is what it really is, a journey and a process. Sometimes I've been able to forgive something quickly, but for those deeper relationships, it takes time. And so the exercise that I'm going to teach you today is something that you may have to practice several times before it really, we really have that peace and you're really able to let it go. So studies have shown that people who forgive are happier and they're healthier. So they have less health problems when you forgive. And this affects everything. It affects our weight, it affects how we view ourselves, it affects our relationships. So it's really been proven that forgiveness is so key to having a happy life. What else? So it frees us to live in the present. It is making peace with the past, right? Because this is something that happened in the past. It brings us a sense of wholeness, and it starts the healing process. And it's something that you do for yourself. Like I said before, it's not really something you're doing for the other person. And it's letting go of staying in the victim, because when we stay in resentment and grievances, we are staying in the past and we're staying the victim. And we just don't want to do that anymore. So I wanted to start with really compassion, because there are three components to compassion. I spoke to this on another video, but I wanted to go over it again because it's really key to this process. So the first part of compassion is acceptance. And sometimes I have a hard time doing this, but accepting that what happened happened. So, and I do this for myself, so maybe for decisions that I've made where I was regretful of the decision I made or regretful about the action I took. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I need to accept that it happened. So that's really the first step. That gives you the momentum to move forward. The second step is a little bit more difficult, and it's understanding. So anyone who we perceive has hurt us or we have a grievance against is struggling with their own internal demons, their own internal guilt and shame, remorse, self-loathing. And that's why they're acting out. So it's not condoning their behavior, as I said before, but it's really having an understanding that this person is behaving from their own internal guilt and shame. So that really helps us move forward and helps us let it go when we have this place of understanding. And that might take some time, but it's worth the effort. And the third part of compassion is forgiveness. And forgiveness is what we're going to talk about today. So this process that I'm going to teach you today is really from A Course in Miracles, and it's such a universal spiritual practice because it applies to everyone. It's very simple. I shouldn't say it's simple. It's simple, but not easy. I'll put it that way. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set your intention. It's sort of a prayer that I'm saying to God that I am willing to see this differently. I'm willing to begin to see it differently. Sometimes we may not have that much willingness, but if we're willing to begin, so we're setting the intention, we're putting that out in the universe that I'm willing. The second part of the process is selecting the person to forgive. And what I'm going to do to you now is I'm going to read to you some negative reactions, and the person will come spontaneously to your mind. So you're thinking about someone who hurt you, someone you don't like, or who seems to irritate you, or causes you regret should you meet him on the street, him or her. Someone that you actively despise, right? Or merely you just try to overlook and not think about them. Someone you fear or even hate. Someone you think you love who angered you. Welcome, whoever just came on. There's only you on the call, so I'm recording this live so that, hi there, can't see you, I can see the top of your head. So I'm recording this for the rest of the group. So I'm in the process of forgiveness, and right now we are thinking about the person we want to forgive. So someone you think that you love who's angered you, or someone that you might call a friend, but whom you see as difficult at times or hard to please. Someone who's demanding, irritating, or really untrue to this ideal that you have about them. So as I say those things, someone will pop up in your mind. You'll know the one to choose. His or her name will come up in your mind right now. So that's step number 2. So I'm going to go back. Step number 1 is setting my intention. It's sort of my prayer to the universe that I am willing to forgive. I'm willing to see this differently. Step number 2 is identifying the person that you want to forgive. And I just read you these negative reactions that would bring someone to your mind. And so the step number 3, and this is so important, this is the one that when I really got this, it made the biggest difference. So forgiveness is a shift in perception. So it's a place where I'm releasing my perception of another person, and I'm not seeing him as inherently evil, because none of us are really inherently evil, and that we're ultimately doing the best that we can. So we're really trying to shift our perception about this person. But before we can do that, we have to get in touch with how we really feel about the person. So the first thing you're going to get in touch with is, how do I feel about this person? What is it bringing up in me? What is the difficulties that I've had with him? What is the pain that this person has caused me? What is his or her neglect and all the little or larger hurts that he gave? So think about those mistakes that you're feeling inside. So I'll give you an example. So I had a person that I was really having a hard time forgiving, and it was only until I got really in touch with the anger, how angry I felt about it, how hurt I felt about it. And I wrote those down. So you can write those down too. You write down how I really feel about it. And part of this step also is to visualize that person. So see that person standing there in front of you. See how they look to you, how their smile. See their body with all their flaws, their better points as well. See their face, their hands, their feet. So because when you can visualize that person, then you can really get in touch with the unforgiveness that you have within your heart. So that is the third step. And the last step is inviting a new perception of this person. So I'm inviting into my mind, into this practice, a new perception of the person who's hurt me. And we're going to do that through a visualization, through repeating a series of sentences slowly, thoughtfully. We're going to attempt to feel the meaning of the words. So when we repeat these words slowly and thoughtfully, we're really trying to feel the meaning behind them. So now as we go through that process, I'm going to take you through a meditation. And when we go through the meditation, we say these words, we're going to begin to see this person in a different light. And we're going to see this person in a light that we also merge with our own light. And we're going to say these words in our mind. So now what I'd like to do is take you through this meditation. So I invite you now to close your eyes and just take a moment, kind of get yourself centered. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set your intention. So my intention is that I am willing to forgive this person. And the next thing you're going to do is really get yourself centered. So here I'm going to use a little hypnosis. So as your eyes are closed, you're going to put all of your attention on this space right here on your forehead in between your two eyes. Right there, you're putting your internal attention right there in that spot. And as you do, you take a big breath in, filling your lungs easily with air. And on the exhale, you think in your mind, relax. And we're going to do that again. We're going to take a big breath in, filling your lungs with air. And on the exhale, think in your mind, relax. And now we're going to do that one last time. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, think in your mind, relax. Very good. Now just breathe normally. And now we're going to choose the person that you want to forgive. Now you may have done some of this work ahead of time, but now just in your mind, think of a person who has caused you hurt or pain, who has done something to you that where you felt a loss, a hurt inside. And I want you to feel that, feel the anger, maybe someone who's caused you anger inside, someone that's you feel resentment, and it's been very difficult to let go of these feelings. And now you have that person in your mind, and you have those feelings that you feel about that person. And now I want you to see right in front of you, with your eyes closed, you see a movie screen. And up on that screen, you're going to project an image of this person. So you see their face, their hands, their legs, their feet. Maybe the clothes they're wearing, a smile on their face. Anything that you can bring into your awareness about that person. And see them up on the screen. Yeah, and just let those feelings just get inside of you and feel them and view them. And now we'll move on to step 3, where we're going to change our perception of this person. We're going to perceive this person differently. Now I want you to say in your mind, the light in you is all that I would see. And you may even use this person's name. You stand forgiven, and I stand with you. The light has come. I have forgiven you. You stand with me in the light. We'll say that 3 times. You stand with me in the light. You stand with me in the light. And now I want you to see this person and just see if you can notice just a little glimmer of light within them. Maybe you see just a small little light in their heart or in their head, but just any little glimmer of light that you can see. And now I want you to see that light begin to expand and grow. And this light is growing brighter and bigger, that the light just envelops them and you see all of the light around them. The light is bright. You might even see a golden light, but you see the light in this person, and you know the light is there. And now see yourself also in this beautiful golden light. And now you can see the light within them and the light within yourself. And you now see this as one light, knowing that this person is forgiven, knowing that you've released all the negative emotions and feelings and thoughts that you have, and that they are enveloped in this light now, and knowing that the love of God has enveloped both of you to bring you to this awareness of peace and knowingness. As you let the past go and you let the anger go, you stand in the light for just a moment as I'm quiet. And now I want to bring you back to your full waking consciousness. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And when I get to the number 3, you'll be back here, wide awake, back to your full consciousness. 1, 2, 3. You can open your eyes and come back to the present moment. So hi, Sue, and there's another person here. I'm going to stop recording for just a second. Okay.